All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run, Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Boy,
he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. But when you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14 to 7.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. It's complete to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down.
Second and 9 at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike's foot. You're the night. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Now it's Jackson.
Here I come again.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Here we go. Time to end it.
From the gun, Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific.
Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
21.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson on 3rd and long. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 38.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Neal. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
1st down, Baltimore.
Play action. It's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Got it. 44, Mike, 44.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw, Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got 4. We got 4. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Alpha. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the pass.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
He's checking. Run. He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert. 55. Hey, zoom. Eat.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Get ready. Mike, 55. Check. 55.
1st down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Set. 20. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, switch gears. Alert. Real. Mike 5-4. Mike's by 4. Watch QB drop.
And again, it's Mayfield. This is caught. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up second.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Check. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. 36 yards on the play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Rabbit, right, Delta. Rabbit. Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Now Mayfield. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Kill, turn up. Run. Check 55 to Mike. Check 50. Hey, exit. I'm here all day. Hey, check right. Watch it.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Neal. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15. And a Raven first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. 23 yards, the final tally.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
It's a gain of 1. Brings up
second and 5 now. Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Man, I got you. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 33. Alert 3. 6 guys. Check 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Slam, slam, slam. Pistol. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, man, watch the boot.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Run. Kings. Whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up. Real. Tighten up.
Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards.
You got nothing. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A toss play to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Mike. 180. 55, Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. Point it right.
They run it again with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15?
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Seibert's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mayfield on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 13. Check 13. 6-6. Pull it high.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A give running right is Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run. Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.